Hello, VOD watchers. I'm Xenon, and today we're gonna play Danganronpa. That's the plan for today. If you like what you see, drop a follow. If you really like what you see, subscribe. If you want to stay up to date for when I go live, check out Discord, Blue Sky, and other social media for the going live message. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Future Psycho.
We're playing Hope, Despair, Despair, Hope.
Yeah. Prepare for noise.
Loud.
Despair, hope, spare, dispope, the It's downhill from here.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta make sure I can see the game.
Yeah, from here, the hill started last chapter.
Yeah, and we're still going down it.
Have we don't have the bad ending.
Have we Danganronpa yet?
Nope. Donka some rumpas. I don't know how many though.
Should probably Donka.
I don't actually know the title meaning.
I don't think it means anything.
It's probably like noises, like Durara.
Durara.
Durara is like a anime manga, or no, is it a manga? Anime and light novel that was like
right.
The third Ra.
Yeah.
We're here. I forgot to pull something up.
The most interesting thing about Durara is just that it's a bunch of like urban stories that come together to like form a bigger picture. Is like the interesting thing about Durara, but the title is just noises, even though it's a play on like Dulahan, I think. But also hello, Suin.
Alright.
We're on the last chapter of Ultimate Pain, Ultimate Suffering, Ultimate Despair, Ultimate Execution, Ultimate Death!
Or we're towards at the very end of, or we're at the end, or did a new chapter start, or is this the end of the last chapter?
I think it's, I don't know.
Who's ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Oh boy, I can't wait for school! Hope's Peak Academy.
Okay, that was like one of the shortest buildings in the area, right? Am I the only one who saw like the other fucking skyscrapers, and this is like oddly short for how important it is?
Specialized building.
This is also completely wrong in how it actually is meant to look.
Yeah, there's also that.
Also, Bento Nacho's,
Yeah?
Word. What? So I googled what Danganronpa means. What is refutation? Refutation. It means bullet refutation. I just can't read. So like it's like objection. It's like a play on the word objection, I think.
Weird. Students from every field of
If you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to be a little bit louder and clearer.
Why have you not stopped me yet?
No, I
you
refuse.
can, it's gotta be louder and clearer, because it doesn't get made out fully.
I'm about to steal it away from Psycho.
It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. And I'm one of them.
I left.
No.
Oh, you might
They
not
say
know
that
Psycho. Makoto got in via a lucky, like,
Oh yeah, no, he's the ultimate lucky person.
Yeah.
Every time the ultimate lucky is, like, out of the school, they do the lottery again to have a new ultimate lucky.
They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life! With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year.
Sounds cream.
It was built to raise hope for their nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. I'm in a trash compactor somewhere.
I think this is a flashback, is my read on this.
There are two things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school, and 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself.
Or you win the fucking lottery.
And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Hi, I'm Light Kagami.
Yagami, if you're gonna go with that.
Well, I'm trying to make sure it's not copyright, Xenon.
That would be light mirror, would be the meaning of that name. Kagami means mirror.
I'm a Lightmare.
Mirror.
I'm Lightmare. Not Nightmare, Lightmare.
I am a bright horse.
But mirror like a reflection.
I thought you meant mirror as in the creature from Magic.
Nay.
There's another one to the Xenon dictionary.
Psycho, you can't say that. No.
Dakota, you can't say that.
What? Where am I? Did I slur? I woke up with my head resting on top of the hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but...
I didn't look at it. Sue and says, who's putting the cream on their crocs?
Damn it, Sue.
I'm good at taking L's. Does that count?
You're
I
the
fucking love
ultimate.
it.
Don't worry, Sue, and you're the ultimate chatter.
Which means
You
you're
little
in
L,
tonight's
baby.
game!
Ready to be part of a death game?
What was I doing
You
asleep
ready to
here
get
just now?
fucking shot?
It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before.
God,
the
no,
heck
what
is
would that
going on?
execution be like?
Ah. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then... I was awake.
Well, hey, look, it's where you belong.
Or was this just another dream? Ow, that hurt. A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell, because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern, with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. It must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. Don't worry, Sayaka, I'm coming.
I'm trying to think of even what
Yes,
friend.
I
I
know.
think it's probably like alter
I think it's
ego.
referring to alter ego.
Yeah, it was alter ego.
Don't know how you would have any idea that it was alter ego,
Yeah.
not just the thing fucking up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the screen was right above his head. He wouldn't have been able to see.
You call
I
him
remember-
lucky guess.
My good friend Kyoko.
Mhm.
She would never do anything bad to me. I was hoping you would die there, Makoto.
I mean,
Best
kinda
buddy
was.
saved me. That's what happened.
mean,
I don't
you
hope
know
for the
that.
You're
poor.
gonna die in there, Makoto. You are poor.
I remembered all too well what had happened.
Okay.
Alter
Apparently he
ego
did somehow
saved me. How?
I thought Alter Ego like said something when
Maybe she did.
did it.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think she called Makoto a bitch.
And she used up the last little bit of her strength to do it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah. The battery,
So
the laptop's out of batteries now. It's been destroyed
forgot to
for,
The
replace her
laptop
dom-
got destroyed a while ago.
I forgot to replace her AA batteries.
No, you gotta
Yeah,
give her a
hang
new
on,
double A. The new D battery.
Jesus. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend.
Sayaka.
Sayaka.
And with that, my pursuit of survival begins. First step was to start looking for a way out of there.
I wonder
Man,
what that could
fucking
be.
Wonder.
Where could be the exit?
What if it's this Monokuma bot?
What are you?
Maybe
Clearly
if I
we're
go
around
yeah.
a trash pit. Where the
No, we're in the
maybe if we
underground
go
trap
up.
Oh,
If I
Maybe
climb
gotta
out
go
of here.
down.
yeah, where the way we came down from above. I mean, there's these like sheets or whatever. If you just grab onto the, I think that's
Maybe
light,
if I
but,
climb up the sheer surface.
I think
like
it's
a
light.
mountain
Star-
goat.
but I
The
think it's
Starlight
light, but
Pit looks weird today.
I think it's light, but it looks like it could be like some like very like thin like fabric.
Ha.
That would
The
probably rip
mile-long
the second
spider webs.
Yeah. But,
Spiders that exclusively
hate
feed on
that
corpses that are dumped
Yeah.
down here.
the underground chamber reminded me of Isomnium Files, and it reminded me I got some amazing news for everybody about our summer plans. A new
Oh, boy.
Isomnium Files is coming out this summer.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go!
That's actually pretty cool.
Honestly, because the Isomnium Files is so much better than this fucking shit.
It's
Yeah.
fully voice acted. Well, I guess for the most
Holy
part.
shit, no, there's an actual like official Switch trailer. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Is it really?
It looks
Hold on,
pretty
is it only
good.
coming out
Yeah.
to Switch?
Well, it's
It
gonna come out on
had
like
to
all
have
of
come
it,
out
yeah.
during a direct.
Because it was the Nintendo Direct that, like, my sister, like, I woke
Yeah.
up the other day and my sister was just like, all your favorite games are getting new games.
There's
That's
also a
actually incredible.
Tamagotchi game.
Yeah, or not Tamagotchi, it's Tomodachi. Tomodachi Live.
Tomodachi.
Uh-huh. Tomodachi
No,
Live.
you gotta be careful. You have to be careful how you say that. That people will kill you.
I don't think so.
Bentos nachos.
And then, Shin Megumi Tensei, Raido Kuzunoha, Isomnium Files, and there was a fourth one. What the fourth one was. Alright, so good things are coming in the upcoming years.
The new Isomnium is called No Sleep for Kaname Date.
Mhm.
Kaname?
Whatever
so
his name
Date is
is.
gonna be the fucking.
Date.
Date, yeah.
So long as I get more fucking Tama, life is good.
Unclear because I don't know when it's taking place, because in the trailer, the blue hair girl is like in the trailer, and she's still working at the
Mizuki?
cafe. Or not
Wait, who's
Mizuki, the other one, the
Amame?
Amame is still working at the
Amame's
cafe.
here.
I got mixed up. I forgot about Mizuki. I was just because in the
And also, why is Iris in a bunny outfit?
it's
Are you
Iris.
complaining?
I'm confused.
Kind of, Iris
'cause
kinda
it
sucks.
it also depends where in the timeline this is.
I guess that's valid.
It's certainly between or after. It's certainly after 1. It's unclear if it's before 2 or not. 'Cause-
Who's the guy that we were all rooting for to have a happy ending?
Oh,
What was his name?
Redhead?
No, fucking ex-con.
Yeah, ex-con.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
Leon.
God,
we're rescuing
Iris
Leon or
again,
whatever.
God.
Leon.
The American.
Yeah, Leon. The master
Yeah,
of
that-
unlocking.
Master of Unlocking. Yep, that guy.
Was he in the trailer?
No,
I
I'm
didn't
hoping
see
he
him
is.
in the trailer.
Because I'm like, but though there's a big time skip before the end of number 2, so it could take place somewhere like in the middle. But if Date is there, it could also be on like a different timeline because Date may or may not have like timeline manipulation powers.
It also depends on what
I mean-
timeline they choose as the,
Yeah.
true timeline.
Yeah.
You know, if I
Because
were to
maybe they choose the Moksha timeline as the true timeline.
Oh yeah, because Amame doesn't go to jail in that timeline.
Mhm.
There's also the case of we're having to save Iris again.
Always.
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 Anyway, that funny
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah, we'll have to do.
Oh, right.
we'll have to do number 1 with you guys at some point. It's in preparation.
Do we really?
Number 1
Yeah.
is actually better than number 2.
That's a rocket and a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here.
Incorrect. Think
So-
more about what you're seeing down here.
For
Refusal.
reference, if you remember the intro sequence of somebody getting tossed into a fucking bear rocket,
Mhm.
yeah, that's that. That's
Oh,
the bear
so there's
rocket.
just a corpse down there.
There's probably a lot of corpses
maybe.
down here.
Probably a few.
This is a desk.
It's not-
Yes, Makoto.
So the layering on these images is wrong.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
chair
wrong.
is in front of the desk.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
The
Do
this.
like a
size.
non-Euclidean chair and
Yeah.
desk.
Yeah.
What's
How
wrong?
many more Danganronpa games are there?
3.
A few.
Hmm.
Well, there's the three
So-
mainline
so-
ones. There's Ultra Despair Girls.
We have
there's Danganronpa
Two
S,
that we
which
have
is a
to do.
weird
We have
thing.
one more that we have to do. I think Xenon got Ultra Despair Girls.
I have them all at this point.
I don't know if we're going to do 3 because 3 is kind of entirely
3
different in
is-
its own thing.
3 is something.
The only ones we need to
three
do,
is
need to
optional.
do is 1, 2, and Despair Girls, I believe. Yeah.
Despair Girls is also optional.
So 1 and 2 are the only 2 we have to do.
It's probably the one that fell down here with me.
The
No wonder my ass
non-Euclidean
was falling out of the chair.
I would say if you want like the full Danganronpa experience, then you would want to do Ultra Despair Girls, and then 1, 2 anime Ultra Despair Girls 3.
and then see how we feel about it after 2.
Yeah,
Is-
1, 2, see how you feel
Uh-huh.
anime.
And how
Yeah,
close we
it-
are to Isomnium Files.
And if we don't watch the
Yeah.
anime, I will summarize what happens in the anime because I've fully watched it.
I
Is
do
that-
recommend watching it though. It is good.
Is that an airplane?
Yeah.
How'd something like that wind up at the school's garbage pit?
Fuck you,
They
that's
put it in the garbage pit, Makoto.
Thank you, voice in my head. You're so helpful.
Thank you, best buddy.
Dumbass.
Rattle, rattle.
You sound like my best buddy. It's locked. Dash Garnet, if only I had someone who was a master lockpicker.
You can't say lockpicker with a hard R, Makoto.
No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge.
You're right, you have to say with a hard K.
Getting out of here isn't going to be easy. Isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon,
Guess
Yes,
I'll shit
time.
myself.
Curl up into
Guess
the
I'll
fetal
die.
position and cry.
I'll
I
join you,
Curl up in the
decided-
fetal position and wait for Kyoko.
Yeah.
No, wait for Sayaka. She'll know
I
what to
decided
do.
I decided to look around for some food. Later I did find Sayaka. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten.
Mm.
But that was pointless too.
I mean,
Next
you
I
can
searched for
survive
some
on
water.
rotten food.
It's not gonna be fun.
How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around bad idea?
If it's all
Sniff
stagnant
test.
water, you're fucked.
Sip 'em.
Taste test.
Again, pointless.
This is gonna be Makoto's
Sniff,
depressed
taste.
arc. He's gonna be like, it's all pointless.
No, arc.
I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides.
On one side, specifically around me.
One side specifically turns towards the camera. You are stopping me.
Yeah.
I must reach Moksha.
I'll join you, Makoto.
I must reach Moksha.
Moksha.
Moksha,
What's-
because the people who are waiting for Silksong are already there.
But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive.
It's pointless.
For
As long as I'm
approximately-
alive, I'll never give up.
How
Believe
long can the
it.
human body go without water again?
Like,
3 days.
3 days.
A bit.
Yeah, so he's alive for approximately 3 days.
Well,
After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was
ain't
Curl
gonna
up
be
and
good for
cry.
him, but like, fluid is fluid.
go to sleep.
Yeah, but then at that
I-
point, then it becomes like other problems.
It's
was gonna
other
say-
problems, but it's not immediate death.
Yeah.
Well, that depends on whether or not the fluid he drinks dehydrates him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed.
Could you imagine
And all
if
I
his
did
internal
was sleep
clock
and
was
sleep.
off as fuck and it's been like 5 minutes?
It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky.
He's got separation anxiety.
He's like a golden retriever.
Yeah.
However,
Where's my mom?
Like you for real, for real.
what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly.
Waiting
It was
for
a
this-
sign.
For a sign
And that
to
it's like a
fall
like
out
a
of the
street
sky.
sign.
The crunch.
What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed in an odd shape. Did something fall down over there?
No.
What? No, that pile of garbage is always there.
Something fell from up above.
Don't mind the white sheets wrapped around strangely body-shaped objects.
Those aren't the bodies you need to be worried about.
DoorDash.
Look at it. Oh god!
We hope
you're satisfied with
our arrival.
I'll have 10 minutes to figure out who done it.
We'll have
The time starts now!
Hey John, do you want to check to see if the other death places still have new dialogue? See if he has new comments in the chair.
This is a desk.
This
That's what I
is
call it on the
a
page.
desk.
Okay, I was...
There's a rocket in a tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here.
Alright.
This
the
is
tank
a
is there,
desk.
but I just now
Oh
saw
my
the
God.
tank. I didn't like see it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-Euclidean chair.
That's fine.
Common Danganronpa thing. It's in the fucking dining hall. It's in the garbage chute.
Yeah.
When you guys were telling me your school's a desk, weren't you non-Euclidean?
Yeah. No, I went to a
Only
very
when I've had a
I
fun.
went to a very Euclidean school in a good neighborhood.
And sham.
Yeah? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? In the garbage chute? That's such a weird thing.
What? Holy shit, trash falling down the garbage chute?
I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Oh my god,
Just
it's
a
a Big
second.
Mac.
Is that...
So, well, I mean, that
That's-
was
Who could
Kyoto's
it
voice. I got a cough.
possibly?
Ooh, a child, piece of trash.
It's
Rude.
Kyoto.
Nah, you're,
Alright,
you're a
Golem.
giant piece of trash, Coco. You threw us under the fucking bus.
A giant piece of trash. Rude.
Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. I just started kicking the trash bag.
Yuck.
It smells awful.
Hey, Kyoko. I fucking love this sprite, by the way.
Just
Hey,
a,
look.
just a cup of noodles in her hair.
Makoto, look, sustenance.
Yeah.
But
Start
eat her.
picking it out of her hair.
Oh,
How did she survive the fall?
The trash bags.
you survived it.
Trash bags.
Makoto also survived.
Also, yeah, you survived the fall.
And he
Yeah,
landed on
that's
top of a
another
desk
question.
chair.
Yeah, you landed in a desk chair and slammed your head against it.
Yeah, the
Yeah, but-
noodles was what we should eat. Yeah.
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 The noodles.
This place smells awful.
Yeah.
Kyoko?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend?
No.
You are missing a few steps there, Makoto.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were done after you executed me!
You lived.
Done is probably better than what started.
Yeah. You you look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
So,
Isn't it obvious? I am here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage there,
There.
there.
A little bit
Your
over
entire
there.
face.
Like all the entire
Actually,
head.
all of you.
piece,
You're just fucking garbage. You tried to get me killed.
for a good reason.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
rather it's like he had
Yeah.
the information that could have, like, damned her and chose not to use it.
It's all a part of her master plan. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
hey,
Fuck are you, dog?
1-1.
Or.
All right, putting her down.
Or. Or.
First, I have
that's-
something for you.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, rough.
I'm like my god.
Fucker.
Oh, wait.
Sandpaper.
Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished.
Why's the water
Huh?
bottle just have H2O written on it?
So
it's
you know
water.
that it's water.
Cool.
Thank you!
See,
notice that
it's not
Makoto's a little
H3O.
I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me.
Is it
Hang on,
H3O
is that
hydrogen peroxide?
I scribbled out the 2 and put a 3 in there, so now it changes the chemical properties inside the bottle.
And now it burns when it goes down. I think
Burn
Ew.
my pee.
H3O is hydronium ion. What the fuck is
Oh, I
that?
thought it was hydrogen peroxide. Which one's hydrogen peroxide then?
That'd be just H.
HO.
HO2?
H.
Just HO.
It's just hydrogen.
Well, because
Liquid hydrogen.
H2O is dihydrogen monoxide, 2
Mhm.
hydrogen, 1 oxygen.
Oh,
So
because
H-
in the peroxide.
I
Makoto,
hate-
I've,
Chemistry nomenclature.
HO2 is hydrogen superoxide.
Makoto, I've scratched out the 2. I've decided it's now called Ho. That's why I'm giving it to you. Your name is on it, Makoto. Drink it.
Drink my fluids, Makoto.
God damn it.
Ah, yes, love nectar. I'm familiar with this.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, hydrogen peroxide is H2O2.
Oh, okay, that's where my mix-up was.
Oh, so it's an extra 2.
I knew it was like one off from water. I just didn't remember in what way.
I went the wrong direction. I needed to add a 2 instead of getting rid of it.
But I just read that.
Oh, okay.
Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach.
Ugh.
That really hit the spot.
Spot being my stomach,
Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
which is definitely
Filled up
him.
on bread.
Why are you carb loading me?
So you still haven't given up then?
Of course not. After all, the fact I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
It's not the most comforting thing to hear. Going forward is the only thing I'm good at. It's not the worst thing to be good at. Thanks?
But Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me?
Why wouldn't
So,
I?
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone.
Atone?
you.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
Oh no, we didn't. We got a horrible ending to it. Reverse back time because it sucked.
So, you knew that I knew that you knew that I knew.
Yes, I knew that you knew that you knew that I knew. Yet you
Oh my
still
God,
let
just
it happen.
God, I want to just fucking drop kick somebody.
How did you know that I knew that I knew that you knew that I knew that I would do that?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Because I knew.
Indeed.
Ugh,
She's all knowing.
she's
Just like
arguing.
Just like in D&D. Wiz
She's all
20.
Is
knowing.
omnipotent?
Hemlock is
fucking-
functionally omnipotent at this point because I got the observant feat. My wisdom
Oh,
is now
boy.
20. I perceive things at like a 24. I think my perception is a
passive-
24.
Passive perception of 24.
Horrifying.
The bird sees. The bird knows.
The
I
bird
can know
knows
all
everything.
I want. It ain't gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. Think being watched is going to stop me?
Can I get a advantage if my or not cutting words, if my vicious mockery hits a point or whatever? It's something that somebody finds particularly vicious. Really, you don't get advantage on vicious mockery.
No, it's a saving throw.
Can I have advantage on a thing that I can't get advantage on if I manage to like destroy someone verbally?
Yeah,
I
sure.
can't
whatever.
allow that because then every single time you cast Vicious Mockery, you're going to be thinking of the worst insults possible.
Isn't the point of vicious mockery?
I can't allow it.
Come on, you'd be rewarding creativity. And potential use of slurs.
I mean,
Kinda my
I
point,
don't
actually.
think a slur is gonna hurt someone the most.
That's why I said potential.
Yeah.
There's a potential of anything to be considered a slur.
Start throwing out fucking Star Wars phrases.
Fucking
Filthy
fleshies.
fucking clanker.
Clankers.
Oh, big
That's
talk coming from the
War
death stick.
The what?
Big talk coming from the death stick.
You're a smoker?
What's that mean?
Wait, you've never had a death stick before?
I don't smoke.
No.
I don't think they smoke death sticks. Actually, hold on.
Wait, never mind. You were trying. Okay, I get it now. Never mind.
Fuck.
He was using. So like he was like making a joke about the British word for cigarette.
What? No. It's,
Oh,
it's
you
a sl-
weren't? Okay,
It's a,
I thought you were actually trying to make a different joke. Then never mind.
death sticks are like a slur in Star Wars.
Hey, Psycho.
Okay, I think I know why it's a slur, Psycho.
It's refined exocolonia. It's basically the equivalence. It's basically the equivalency of crack.
No, they're definitely making a bundle of sticks joke.
Oh,
I finished my costume. Guess what?
Damn, I can't believe you slurred it yourself, Psycho.
I did just slur it myself. Hold on.
It wouldn't be the first time, I don't think.
Also, hey Psycho, I've never heard you, lose intelligence right in front of me than that whole, what just happened there.
I'm just gonna.
Because
I'm just gonna
at
be
first
quiet.
it took me a second, but because I was thinking I don't smoke. What is the insult here? And then I remembered. And then it took like a few like connecting pieces, and then Shrimp's laugh was the final like piece of the puzzle.
Also,
It's usually
Psycho,
what
you
gives-
can't be quiet. You're the main character.
No, you're right. I can't be quiet, but I'm going to judge myself silently.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you.
Damn right. I mean, don't say all that. You didn't abandon me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to
Because you knew
save
that
me.
I knew that you knew?
Yeah, because I knew that you knew that I knew.
Oh my god.
You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was exactly. I'm not making excuses, but there was a
There's
reason.
a reason why I had to.
Yeah. There was the reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost.
I'm more
Why
important than you are, Makoto.
Yes.
I was waiting for it. I'm more important than you. Why did you have to survive?
So I could solve the mystery of this school.
it's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so I can do what I came to this school to do.
In less words, please.
Solve mystery good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But because I came to this school to do the do that I needed to do, the required doing needed to be done, Makoto.
I have so much I
Makoto,
have
that-
to do, Makoto. You have no idea how much doing needs done in these parts, Makoto.
Like, have you seen Aoi and Makoto? There's so much doing to be done.
Makoto.exe has stopped working.
Are you talking about doing down there?
Yes.
Turns out
Cool.
it's safe. Go ahead and jump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, jump head first.
What?
Not like it's a pool. Not like a pool. Not like a pool.
Not like a pole. Not like a pole. Not on me.
Diving board! Yippee!
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. Things that needed doing.
So you have some reason to coming to Hope's Peak. Is it to do what you were doing in order to do what you're doing?
It almost feels like just then, like that was two separate versions of the same conversation, and they didn't know what.
Huh?
Because
Like they don't know how to connect the sentences together.
Yeah, yeah, they don't know how to connect the sentences together, and they wrote two versions of the same, like, little, like, press triangle to interact, and they, like, forgot to take one of them out when they decided on the final version.
Hey, Byakuya, can I take the shot? They're kind of taking a while down there and talking about doing the do that needs doing, and it's pissing me off.
Don't worry, Aoi, I'm going to be doing the doing that needs to be done soon.
indeed.
Alright, cool,
Can
I'm
we
taking
do-
the shot.
Wait, can we do the thing that they're doing in order to do the thing that they're doing?
Fuck it, I'm joining someone's grandpa tonight.
Where's my toaster?
You're joining Hero's grandpa.
My grandpa's toaster.
So you can join him.
Going to join the pit of forgotten media.
That's right, at
It's on the
least
toaster
I
phone,
did once. I almost went with that. I did do it once. I did the doing that needed done.
Someone fetch me my grandfather's
Hey,
food
dog.
card, please.
This cannot be the bit.
That's right. At least I did once.
Once?
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
And fucking do that it had to so that it could be done.
You forgot? But that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible!
Makoto, have you never heard of amnesia?
That's improbable.
You said amnesia, so I know it was an incorrect character.
Just always said amnesia for
Yeah.
no reason.
Amnesia.
The Dark Descent.
Amnesia.
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
I think they've had that
Yes,
conversation.
stupid
Makoto.
fuck.
Do you remember Makoto?
No, I hit my head when I fall. I need an ibuprofen.
Okay.
Good thing I keep them in my coat. One moment. Pulls out a bottle of ibuprofen.
Amazing. Oh,
That was a lethal dose of ibuprofen.
no, I'll be
Yes, I
fine.
wish to die.
I wish to die. This conversation is actually killing me.
Mother,
Nah.
I crave death.
The doing has been done with the ibuprofen because I'm
God
built
damn it.
different.
Hey, best buddy, can you shoot me up there?
Nah, suffer.
Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem.
Gender dysphoria?
That's for a different character.
Yes, one that I also voiced.
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
You know,
What?
it's a pain in the ass.
What would make you forget all that?
Hey,
What do you think?
Fucking
about that?
amnesia, god.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. But it's elementary, my dear Makoto.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they... But why would they do that, Mr. Sherlock? I mean,
You missed Sherlock.
Miss Sherlock.
There's only one reason I can come up with, Watson. Because my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So via pure deductive reasoning, I must be.
So the
Yeah,
mastermind
because
just...
forgetting what your ability is totally means you no longer have that skill anymore. Because forgetting what a bicycle is means you can't know how to fucking ride one.
Plot twist, she's the ultimate unicycle driver.
I was gonna say, like, watch it be she's the ultimate despair, and No Name and Chimp both separately gaslit me.
No, I know everything.
We can neither
Everything.
confirm nor deny
Everything.
everything.
So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However,
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get back, get them back. I almost read that as get back to them, like, but that's not the right reading. I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
The mastermind. One of us.
I'm trying to think of who would even be the most likely, like, suspect of, like, who's left. Because
Just fucking-
I have
Yasuhiro.
yeah, Yasuhiro would be the most likely yet the best one for it to be, yeah.
Can you imagine just Hero puts on a pair of glasses?
He'd put on a pair
Well,
of
you
glasses and,
figured
like,
it out.
like, slick back his hair or something.
You finally
Almost all
figured
of
it
them.
out.
He ties his hair back like in the bad ending.
Yeah.
You fool, Makoto. I was here the whole time, under your nose, playing the fool like a line of crack.
Because like,
Isn't that right, my lovely wife Yaoi?
because it would,
Hey, what?
it'd be too like easy for it to be Byakuya. It can't be Aoi.
And you see, Makoto, I've been
Why
microdosing your
not?
fentanyl this whole time.
That
So
would
now
be
you
like
can't
that
fight
would
me.
be a different insane twist if it was Aoi. I feel like the game creators, even though they were trying to be progressive for their times, were too sexist for it to be. Oh, actually, never mind. I forgot about who the actual
Yeah?
villain was, and then I'm like, wait a minute, no, that counters my
Yeah?
entire actual point.
Yes,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Seems to be talking a whole lot of horse piss.
Yeah, I was talking a lot of horse piss because I blocked it from my mind. Who the
Didn't know
actual?
you could pressure wash with it.
Yeah. I blocked from my mind who it actually was for a moment, and I'm like, wait a minute, no,
Man, you even
it could
feel
be
the
Aoi
paint.
actually.
God,
Man,
man, to
it's
gaslight
crazy.
yourself.
I gaslit
Man.
myself for a moment.
Man, that's crazy. 2 women in this are losing their memory.
Yeah, I gaslit
Two?
myself just
Oh,
now.
Kyoto.
It could actually. Yeah, so yeah, if it was anybody, it'd be Aoi, but it's not because I know who it is.
No, it's totally Chihiro.
Yeah.
That would be a
It's
pretty
not actually
interesting
dead,
twist.
guys.
Yeah.
I am
Wish.
not blind.
Yeah. You know, like that 1930s days, the Twitch.
Okay.
You fool.
Fish.
A mastermind. One of us.
We've had this conversation already, I thought it was.
If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
Spam.
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
Why I had you be the scapegoat in so many things.
But why me?
Scapegoat.
Yeah. Because among everyone, you were were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but
You were the
I
least
see.
intelligent here, Makoto.
I see that you fell for my trap,
Yeah.
Kyoko. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I mean, like, they're not beyond having the twist be that, like, your player character is secretly somehow the villain. Cough, cough, and I Somnium Files 1.
I'm just sitting here like, it would be the main character, considering that he probably has no other skills other than just being the mastermind.
Oh, he's just lucky.
Who
No, he's
writes
just
in
lucky.
the ultimate lucky student?
Me?
He's just lucky.
Ari?
Understand. I should
Do you?
understand everything.
Especially with, though, like, them not remembering stuff, though. It would be it could potentially be.
Are we sure he's not a sleeper agent?
I think they're all sleeper agents.
It's
Government
to stay
object.
here.
Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but... Why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, it's nothing.
Headache.
It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked for you to help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
I'm an edgy lone wolf that it works on my own.
Honestly, I was convinced.
Machinations of my mind.
I think that's just her personality. Her very, very small personalities.
I mean, by how...
Very two-dimensional.
A washboard of a chest.
She has a big personality in her own way, in that like not saying says.
Yeah, kind of like using on in a massive.
You know what? That reminded me of something. Hold on.
Are you doing what I think you're doing?
I swear to God, in that picture, it was my knee.
Yeah,
That's
what they all
not what I
say.
am talking about.
Does Kyoko also have a massive girl cock?
No.
Yeah, what do you think that skirt's hiding?
Xenon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you an image.
Okay.
Oh, I know what he's doing. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you, if it was the person wasn't like 6'7".
Oh, that fucking photo.
I knew that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's on the iPad.
Actually, no, we haven't seen them because you weren't here for it, which we'll have to go back through. There's someone from Hunter the Parenting. Their name is Elise
Oh,
Clawhopper.
it's the one whose image I
Stop
saw for
fighting.
like half a second and said smashed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You if you need to see the rest of that photo, you have to pay the prices listed.
You think I have money?
But right, Xenon? Basically, you, if they were just
proportionately, yeah.
compressed a little bit.
Yeah, proportionately, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, I was like, that's weird. You can't just say to your friends they have giant tits. I can and I will.
That's still a
So
little
long as
weird.
the friend is in.
Xenon,
on,
is it
like-
weird for me to say you have giant tits?
They are a hindrance. I don't know what
This
to
is
do
the
with my
conversation of all
arms.
time.
Also, Psycho, you think I have to pay you?
Do with my arms.
That's my biggest problem is I don't know what to do with my arms. There's nowhere comfortable to put them.
Jesus. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to call my purpose and my ability.
You mentioned your ability and circled around it many times. Can you please explain to it what it is?
They're talking about it like it's like an actual, it's like supernatural power. The way they're talking about it.
I mean,
Ultimate abilities are basically supernatural.
I.
No, why didn't you not give properly? You son of a bitch.
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
No!
It's a shame you're also the ultimate at being a shit detective.
Yeah.
You don't say you're the ultimate detective.
Correct.
the ultimate what? Oh,
That's
God.
crazy.
that's
And-
There's
fucking
more.
wild.
No!
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here. In the
This is
school.
about as shocking of a revelation as Hero being a fucking stoner.
Yeah.
You had to find someone. Who?
So,
Fucking one.
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he was my father.
God damn it, Xenon, why?
Because it's the classic spin.
Because
Damn, there's
he's
no
my
anime
father.
that take place in Italy. Oh my god. Fucking
What?
second I heard it come out of your mouth. I
In
didn't
other
realize it was
words-
gonna be the literal next fucking line, too.
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad.
So wait, is Kyoko a Nepo baby?
They're all Nepo
Is-
babies.
Is Hope
Byakuya's a
Hope's
Nepo
Peaks-
baby.
Is Hope Peaks a headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I.
Find a way.
I.
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Yoko, what's going on?
Brooding.
Of course.
Hell, the edge.
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when she said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
however,
Wait,
But
no, it doesn't.
Yeah. But listen, Makoto. I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
I only
Then-
said what I thought because I saw what I saw and I'd seen in a fucking whole
Because I was doing what needed to be doing, and I saw what needed to be saw, and I saw the dead body of my father crucified in the headmaster room.
Losing it.
Then what did you see in there?
so,
So anyway, the room
Not
had
the
been
so anyway.
The room had been because the way she said so it was like the room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
Is this some kind of map?
As you can see, there is a spot between between dorm rooms that is suspiciously empty.
That's
Indeed.
crazy.
It's the layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy.
But that's only one paper, silly. How did you get a whole map?
It's a stack.
Oh,
I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and the key.
Secret 16 student hiding somewhere within Hope's Peak Academy, the one they call the ultimate despair. Sorry.
She is dead
I
now.
swear I'm a sleeper agent.
The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
so you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realize. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
What do you mean?
so,
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough, because I have the magic unlocking device and I will get us through this lock.
What do you mean? What magical unlocking device?
Walks up to the
It's
door,
called Clock Armor.
takes out a sledgehammer.
No, it just fucking takes out a gun, shoots the lock.
Yeah, that could be it too.
This is thermite.
I mean, I was thinking bolt cutters, and then I realized there's no bolt to cut on that door, but I feel like she'd make it work anyways.
This is thermite. I made it from sugar from the kitchen and rust from the chairs in the school.
See, Makoto, this is liquid gunpowder.
Yeah, see, Makoto, this is liquid
jackass.
gunpowder. This is jackass.
I'm going to split this door at the molecular level.
Yeah.
Also, what's wrong, No Name? Do you not want to hear someone out for
No, I'm not
Randall?
hearing someone out on Randall from Monsters, Inc. That fucker is creepy as hell.
It sounds like it must be. It sounds like it must be important. Words are hard in my head, and really ominous.
Oh, no.
Sorry, carry on. We're fucking sharing things between ourselves over here.
However,
Of course, once I got to the second floor dorms, there was no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Mikuro Isubawa, what doesn't it?
however,
Buddy.
He's doing it on purpose. Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everybody but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her?
anyway,
Anyway, so I was in the dorm room.
I had an alibi, actually.
Yeah, I had an alibi, actually. What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikasaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
indeed,
People die here?
Yes. I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
correct.
It was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. So one of the people who haven't gotten any lines want to read that?
With minimum restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peaks Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adjacent. Not adjacent, adamant.
Jason.
They're adjacent.
Yeah.
The mastermind is horizontal next to someone else. Of course,
Mastermind is-
Makoto.
Of course.
The mastermind is always parallel to someone.
Yeah.
Mastermind is vertically adjacent to us right now.
Yeah.
The mastermind has been intersected with someone this whole time.
Makoto, you're the mastermind.
It's because when you read words, you don't read the middle part. So I just saw the AD and T, and I'm like adjacent.
Hey, Psycho, would you like to obfuscate a adjacent angle in order to intersect?
He's got a
I like your
boyfriend.
words, Magic.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Are you asking me to cheat on Moose right now?
I mean, I like your funny words, Magic Man, but no.
Also, I think I said like at least one thing wrong in that sentence, but I don't care.
At least?
At least?
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind didn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have become the victim?
indeed,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean during the night?
I
can hear them, you know. The voices in your head.
Yeah.
Oh god, you know everything.
They give a constant commentary about what's going on.
Wait, so you've heard everything?
Yes.
Can hears us.
I'm sorry, I'll get your underwear back to you.
What?
What?
The voices seem confused, Makoto. I think you are lying.
Damn it, why can't you just believe I'm just horny?
A lot of people's hero meals are just not that interesting.
Makoto, we know you're not.
Alright, there's an
I'm wearing them right
interesting one.
now.
Jesus.
The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves.
What? I thought that was an improv line there for a second. Wait, what the fuck?
Honestly, same fucking vibe. I was like, what the fuck?
Close enough. Welcome
Thought
back,
that wasn't
Asterisk.
improv. I just now looked at the stream. What the fuck?
What do you mean conventionally attractive tentacle monster? I don't think there's a conventionally attractive for that name.
You doubt me?
It's definitely not Ghost Freak.
I'm so lost.
She's being like flowery with her language and just saying
Like
that her
stupidly poetic.
yeah, stupidly poetic. He's trying to say that because she can the mystery clues or like the steps of the god of death is my take on it. Unless it turns out she's got some sort of supernatural precognitive ability.
I can see the future.
Makoto, are you aware of the death note?
Yeah. Makoto.
Do you know what a
What do you
Shinigami
guys-
is?
Yeah, do you know about the Shinigami? I see one behind you right now. That's what that's what the voices are, Makoto.
I also I feel like I put up my nose, especially if you hear me go. Hi, go ahead. No, the file size is too big.
I'm randomly cackling at things, and I hope I'm trying not to interrupt the stream with it. But
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this. No, she's being serious. Never mind. She hears shit.
She's being serious. She's just being fucking weird and edgy.
I hear the voices, Makoto.
Anyway,
Which is,
Anyway.
yeah. Anyway, which is exactly what happened to you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor.
Makoto, I see dead people,
See dead people.
and you're one of them.
I hate it when you get that close to your
I
mic.
didn't even get that close. I'm the same length. I just whispered, but it's the gain. Oh, you don't even hear the gain, so I don't even know. Discord did it for you.
Do you not enjoy the smell?
The problem with Xenon doing it is she gets super fucking loud when she does it on her side for me.
I can move closer.
I'm at the same distance from here.
I can move closer to the microphone if you want.
I'm good.
I typically do get closer, but like this time I didn't. That time it was just a normal distance.
Fair enough.
I love scrolling through Reddit sometimes.
oh no.
I gave chase right away. As I followed, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
Go on now, get!
Like a fucking dog. Yeah, go on.
More like a fucking cat with a spray bottle. Just bat. No fucking.
Stop trying to stab them, you Valley Girl bitch.
Swiper, no swiping.
Bowler hat from
Yes.
the Robinsons. Oh my god.
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murderer was disguised. And the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So, all this would mean that whoever killed Mikuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. That means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mikuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means-
that they might not have been actually trying to fucking kill you in your room, and it was just a ploy to try and make Kyoko fucking do something, you stupid motherfucker. Sorry.
It means.
It's been
I mean, that
while
makes
since
more
I
sense than
fucking-
what she's actually saying here, though.
It's been a while since I fucking went through this game, so going back through it and even knowing the fucking details, I want to kill somebody because oh my god.
It means that the mastermind is the one behind, or the one who's being cornered. I almost said it means the mastermind is the one behind it all. That's what I almost thought I was gonna read.
It means the mastermind is the mastermind.
I had to send that one to Rice too, no name.
The mastermind is the one who's being cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
Their ultimate despair.
There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
Indeed.
Hell is other people, Makoto.
What?
Wait, what?
That's a really fucking genuine fucking what?
Sorry, I was busy scrolling through judging people.
No, I made the joke, hell is other people.
I had to fucking
But I
look
think
at
I
screens, didn't remember if she said that or not.
delivered it so well they thought it was what I was reading.
No, I'm sitting
Oh,
here like,
God.
what? Like, what the fuck are you saying? I didn't even know what he said.
Or the Makoto hadn't said anything yet. It's just that the her being like ultimate despair is multiple people made me think of the phrase hell is other people.
Honestly, that fits so well in this fucking energy.
Despair is other people.
People don't know the rules of Hear Me Out.
I've seen like fucking multiple people saying
no,
husk from Hell the Boss. It's like, what
That-
the fuck do you mean?
No, not that. I sent you one that I saw
It's the-
scrolling down.
It's the overalls.
Yeah.
Or not overalls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
what-
overalls are nice,
Over-
but it's like for
Yeah, it's
scrolling
not the
through a
word.
fucking Reddit page of people's Hear Me Outs, it is just conventionally attractive people. Like,
Yeah,
fucking, what do you mean, Poison Ivy?
No, I sent you a screen cap of one that's definitely not a Hear Me Out. Hey, have any of you watched Fate Stay Night or whatever? That one?
Vaguely.
Yeah, you know the main character from that?
Yeah.
The normal human girl? Yeah,
Oh,
it's not a
her.
Hear Me Out.
I mean, she's crazy though. That's the hear me out.
That's not no.
Doesn't matter.
She
You
put like
Still
a
normal
bomb underneath
human
Emia's
girl.
desk or some shit.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to know what a real hear me out looks like? It's Ghost Freak and Orisa. Those are actual hear me outs.
What do you mean, Orisa? Like from Overwatch?
Yes.
That's a conventionally attractive
Yes.
robot centaur. What do you mean?
Shut up. You get the point.
The
Oh, God,
ultimate
the image of-
despair is the friends we made along the way.
The hope is the friends we made along the way. What the fuck?
Okay. If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event.
You're talking about
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic, most terrible, most horrific event in human history.
tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem.
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all of the evil that has forced us to go through this.
The mastermind is money?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'll see myself
No,
out.
I get it. The root of all evil is money, yes.
That is
Capitalism bad.
that is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. The end.
Man, that's crazy.
Are we ready
Well,
for the
that's
new
game one
chapter?
They're just stuck down there.
Oh, we
It's
got the
game one
rocket.
over.
Visually, that makes me think of the Flatwoods monster because of like the little hood around Monokuma's head.
Oh. I see. That, you know...
Yeah, we're gonna. It looks like that and nothing else. No other
Yep,
rockets.
nothing else.
Yep,
Fire
nope,
base.
nothing.
To be fair, the Flatwoods monster also has a flared base.
Well...
See, some of these hear me outs are actually pretty good.
Hopefully, there'll be some more characters to draw other people in from laughing at Reddit.
The ultimate despair.
Hey, Rice. Would you hear someone out if they presented you with a Slave in the Sky Dragon?
I mean, it's got multiple mouths. What those
A group of
mouths do?
people.
Okay, sorry,
A
sorry.
group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now,
Anyway,
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. This horribly tragic, awful place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come later.
This horrible place that has nothing but despair, no hope, and it's horribly awful and tragic, and I'm sorry.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
pointless.
you're right.
No, that's pretty funny considering I just found this.
Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret
strap-on?
tool
Yes.
that you got from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
I still have the mouse tool, yes. It is an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on the door, right?
Right.
So we should be able to unlock the door, right?
Right.
So we should be able to open that door, right?
That's
No.
right.
Hey, Kyoko, can you use that key of yours to open this door, right?
Yes. Oh, wait, that's actually what it was. Oops.
It's true.
Let's find out.
Kyoko took the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then,
Nothing happened.
imagine
I
if
bet
it
it blew the fuck up.
Yes! It opened!
Indeed.
And now we
See, that
can
was
get
the
out of
deep
here.
place.
Let's go.
Sounds good. Quickly,
Biotical?
we quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit.
Yes. Yes, no name it is.
Finally. We are finally free. But there wasn't enough time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun.
Fucking.
Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Deadly life.
Ultimate fucking nosebleed. I love the idea that everything's going on and just in the corner, two people are scrolling through fucking Reddit on a phone, like.
No, it's even funnier to me thinking of all this is going on and just upstairs, Byakuya and Aoi are scrolling through Reddit, judging people's hear me outs.
It's not even we're judging like the hear me outs that are actually
No,
like,
I'm
hear me
judging.
out. We're judging the. Shut up. We're judging the people who are cowards.
Yeah. What do you mean, Alien X? It's just hot.
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in the tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface.
No looking up.
I-
Okay, never mind. But...
So, you know, it's funnier because it's the exact opposite.
yeah.
I believe.
No
Maybe they
looking up,
cut it.
Kyoko.
I think either they cut it from the original, but I think there was originally a line that was Makoto saying, I should probably go first.
Maybe because this is like a re-release, so they could have had that.
The ladder was incredibly long. I couldn't see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. How did I survive this fall?
I would be so terrified because I fell off a step stool one time and it was horrific. I can't
How
imagine.
did you fall off a step stool?
Well, I was trying to clean above a window because the wall in the bathroom had something on it. I was trying to clean above the window, and I stepped back to grab something, and I missed the step, and I slammed my back into a corner on a wall, a corner that goes out, and I knocked the breath out of me.
Oof.
It was awful, but luckily it was I caught myself on the sink. So it wasn't as bad as it could be, but it hit and it hit beside my spine and not directly on my spine, but it could have hit on my spine because of the way the wall was angled. Instead it hit into the back of my ribs. And it hurt for a couple of days. I could have died that day.
Did somebody say the motherfucker from Mulan that's the training guy? That's not a hear me out!
That's just a fucking hot
That's
man.
just a guy!
That's the intent.
Intent of what? To be a coward?
No, the intent the training guy, it's Shin, right? Or Shan, whatever, the
Yeah.
the main guy.
Yeah.
He is meant to be the love interest.
He's
Him and
just
the two of
supposed to
them
be
get
hot.
together at the end.
Fucking Android 21? What the fuck do you mean? That's not a hear me out.
What? hold on. You are not. That is a human. Do not bring the Scarlet King here. No.
I'll be right back.
What?
SCP.
Oh,
But okay, let's continue and maybe text those comments.
sorry.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you say that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you.
It's the first time we've really seen him when he's speaking.
Yeah, that is a little weird. You said that you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
so
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh. But how come? It's your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
No, I think the detectives stand on the side of justice.
I mean, specifically, they stand on the side of truth, which is typically the side of justice.
Yeah,
They stand on the side of justice.
The
I really
conscious,
like chewing ice.
the conscious effort.
It's
Or a
true.
conscious effort.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it is our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is that because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad? There's no shame in that.
No, I wanted to kill him.
what?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? But you're reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though.
What?
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
What is it?
so
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work. The shame of the Kirigiri family. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd if I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing. One thing I can never forgive.
Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. So one interpretation of that is that they see her as the poor girl who got left by her father, so they're like coddling her and treating her nice. Is like probably not the truth, but like that's a funny interpretation. Is that like they're just like they're super nice to her and they just like treat her like the best, like she's like their favorite family member.
You know something wild? I feel like that might actually be the case.
Oh, if it is, that'd be funny.
She's just like complaining.
Mm-hmm. The
I'll be
alternate.
honest, I'm just kind of sitting here like, wow, she's really calling the ambulance.
Yeah. The alternate is that like I've seen it in like the like Eastern stuff before. Whenever like there's like the child left behind with like the main family, it's always like they're like that's the child of the like the deserter, the black sheep of the family's child, and so they must not be worth anything because their parent wasn't worth anything or whatever. Even if they're a victim of said parent. I'm thinking it must be some sort of like Eastern like sentiment because I've only really seen it. Maybe I've seen it in Western stuff, but I've seen it a lot in like Eastern stuff. Whenever there's like the previous family, the disgraced previous family's head's child is always like treated like shit and like as incompetent, even if like their parent was competent or whatever. But because their parent's a deserter, they're treated like shit.
Which is a bad mentality.
Yeah. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really something you call, or really enough? What did I read? Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing.
Instead, I kicked her off the ladder.
Oops, I
just
pressed the
kept
wrong
climbing.
button. Sorry, Kyoko.
It was
Oh,
a
they're actually
misinput.
small.
It's okay. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
I think it being so far down is also because like the execution room is like already low down because we have to take the elevator all the way down from the ground floor to the class trial room. So I'm pretty
That's
sure
true.
they didn't fall all this way.
It'd be funny if they did, though.
Yeah. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
Now let's see.
Where?
Ken Makoto with his noodle arms. Open the hatch.
We are back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
I sure fucking hope so.
Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so,
Looks like, oh, that's yeah, never mind, that's Makoto. It felt like it should be her because of the angle.
looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy.
Just gotta avoid all the wall-mounted machine guns.
Oh god, we're back in Hope's Peak Academy.
Technically, you never left.
Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor.
I also don't think they've technically broken any school rules,
Yeah.
so...
And I think the mastermind wanting to follow the rules is simply just out of like a because there's an audience watching type of thing. Assumably. And that's why
If
they
he breaks
like
his own rules, if he breaks his own rules, it's kind of an outburst.
or
That would be an outrage.
yeah, but I think that's why they maybe engineered the situation that they did to like make it seem like a murder happened organically, and then the murderer got like put down, taking out a few extra students without like getting caught.
Somebody did.
Organically in heavy quotes.
It's reality
should we do now?
TV. It's like as organic as reality TV can be.
What should we do now? Maybe I should talk with Kyoko.
So I don't remember that door being like that. I guess it's like that to be green screened out, but
Don't worry about the door being as slim as humanly possible.
the geometry here is non-Euclidean. That's fine.
So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried.
Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
Hmm?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
What? Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry.
Yes.
What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly, before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Shall we get going? Or let's get going.
Stop by Howie's room. Hey, Howie, we just want to let you know we're alive.
Yeah, we lived!
Just
We
fucking
lived,
face
bitch.
stuffed full of donuts.
Oh.
Hey, best buddy, we're still alive.
Who's gonna be Monokuma for me? Because I definitely
I
can't be
could,
after being
because,
Kyoko
I
for...
haven't had a voice in ages.
I can't be Monokuma after being Kyoko for an hour straight.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not having a brain aneurysm today.
Probably.
For now. And if when I do, then Rice can take it, because he also hasn't had lines. Anyway. Hey. What the fuck are you doing back? Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but you...
Don't believe it!
But Makoto is supposed to be dead. What is he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. All according to Cake.
Damn
Meaning
it.
Kaiku and Kaiku meaning plan.
Are we really going to be okay, though?
Pum pum!
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
You sneaky dog.
So what if I
What?
did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during a class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
Making me angry!
So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Yoko?
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
Eh?
Huh?
I lose?
Hey!
You see, that's wrong, because I'm going to shoot him in the head and there won't be a second game!
If only.
I lose. Okay.
You lose, the
shoots
game's
him.
over. Okay, now we can start playing
Shoots them
Isomnium 1.
Shoots both.
Explain yourself, what do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted to so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
There you go.
I was
There you
supposed
go,
to
you
be
got it.
chosen as the blackened and then executed, right?
No, because that's how we get the
Hey.
bad timeline.
What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that.
God, you really like hearing your own voice.
Yes.
You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. I feel like there's like a flaw with her reasoning.
Okay, so yeah, actually, I was about to point that out. Here's the flaw in that reasoning. Everyone voted for Makoto, right? They
Yeah.
didn't vote for Monokuma, who is the actual Blackened in the trial.
Yeah, and so you all die.
Meaning everyone should be fucking dead and Monokuma gets to walk free.
You know the other flaw?
Yeah,
Let's
what's
we
up?
just killed them both right here.
Yeah, and just
There's also that.
Right now.
yeah,
Just with nobody nearby to see it.
and just be like, oh yeah,
'Cause you still got three
Kyoko ran
players in the
away.
game
She
after that.
escaped
Chieko jumped into the garbage chute to get Makoto.
and
Looks
died.
No,
like
even-
she fucking died.
No, even better.
Her neck
Makoto-
snapped on the way down.
No, even better. She fucking gets killed here and then makes the announcement: a body has been discovered.
Makoto just
hands
killed
Makoto's the
Kyoko.
gun.
Yeah.
Here,
Hold
kid, hold
this
this.
for me, buddy.
You see, I don't have fingerprints, but you do.
No one's going to dust for them because, you know, that would be...
The detective's job.
But,
That would be a smart thing to do, and as we can clearly see, none of you were smart enough to figure that out.
They'll see you holding the smoking gun and me, the scared victim. Even though Kyoko got shot, but me, the scared victim.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the-
Makoto just shoots fucking Monokuma. Thanks with a gun, idiot.
If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
That means I lose. Sorry, I was too busy loading a firearm. You talk a big game. You're saying the black end is me and not Mamakudo?
Well,
And you can prove this? Right.
Well,
No, I cannot.
Well,
Don't say it like that!
speaking out of bullshit then. What is this? A comedy routine?
Yes.
I'm not
You
laughing.
see, I'm the funny man and Makoto's the straight man.
But you're not a man.
And Makoto's not straight.
That's
Wait, what? That does
No, you
explain
call
best,
him best buddy, but we all know what he really is.
best buddy?
to make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. But with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is. This is a
Do the set on.
No, my issue is this is directly a Detective Conan like
Oh yeah.
Line.
this is Conan's catchphrase. Except the absolute part, but translations. This is before, I think that would have been translated, but like different translation. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one truth.
Boom, boom.
Why didn't you, like, gather evidence beforehand? Like, at
I was
all?
Fucking dumbass.
I was
Like,
in a
when-
hole with Makoto.
Why did you go to Makoto for? You could have gotten him in, like... You could have waited, like, 2 more days before he would die down there.
He needed bread.
I bet he did.
I really wanted the bread.
And-
No. And then just pointing out that it's a reference.
no, something that... Like,
Or
no,
just
I was
pointing out-
laughing at what you said.
Monoko was pointing out the
Oh,
Conan
I
reference,
see.
though.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type? Like
Because-
Conan?
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this.
Bullshit.
He would
I
have.
already didn't want to come to him willingly like this.
Why would he not want to come here and have me die in the place of him? Like, maybe he did actually kill them.
He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
However,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. Assumably, she's
I
like
have it
trying.
on cam.
Assumably, she's trying to appeal to the audience at this point. If there's any sort of positive reasoning going on in her head, because like
I have it on camera that you convinced him to come here instead of letting him run
yeah, I
behind.
know. But if there's any sort of good reasoning going on, it's that she's trying to speak to the audience. If not,
You think she has reasoning?
I know, huh? Yeah. If not, this was barely thought out.
You think this game is
It
well
is so
thought out?
it is so not thought out, Zenon.
Okay.
Her plan was go get Makoto, have Makoto come with her to confront Monokuma. Hope it goes well.
Yeah.
Acquire Makoto. Go to Monokuma with Makoto. Step 3. Step 4.
She could use the
Profit.
whole second,
Step 3,
like,
Conan reference. Step 4, profit.
she could use the whole first and second day he was down there to grab evidence, come to him like, yeah, I do.
You gonna fucking do something about it?
I had this whole Detective Conan themed speech prepared and everything.
And you could have done the speech when you had evidence.
Kyoko, who's Detective Conan?
You wouldn't understand, Makoto.
You're a pleb.
You only speak English.
Because in English it's called Case Closed.
What?
Oh, you might not know, the English localization title for Detective Conan is actually Case Closed.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because there was another show called
was it when I
Space Boy
was-
Conan.
So when I was really I was more making a reference to like only speaking one language, so we wouldn't look into media of other languages.
Case Closed is in English.
Thanks, Anon. Pat, thank you, Autism Bird.
And also they're Japanese.
I am Zenon! I know! It was a joke!
I know, but it's funnier to break your joke.
Watashi wants these bones.
That's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of absence of evidence.
Well, you drink absinthe to forget.
I want to.
indeed.
I'm gonna get some alcohol.
He's gonna go get some absinthe.
I'm gonna get some Fireball. I'm gonna drink that antifreeze.
Fireball mixed with apple whiskey tastes very good.
Did you know Fireball had like gotten some serious shit for antifreeze?
No. Did they put
Yeah,
antifreeze in it? Oh
what?
god.
Yes,
What
they
year?
apparently were putting I don't fucking remember, But apparently they got like huge shit for putting antifreeze in the alcohol.
Why?
Hopefully not the
Why were they
20s, because
putting
that was like
antifreeze
the
in
one
it?
time I drank Fireball was like in 2021 or something.
I'll look it up. Just continue going.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
Look straight into camera. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Fireball
You,
whiskey.
viewer at
Fireball
home.
whiskey were called in 3 countries over an antifreeze ingredient.
Yikes.
What year?
There's checking to see if I can find that, but back on, let me just go back to Google. It says 2014.
Okay, the time when I drank it, it was an antifreeze.
As far as you know.
I don't think the free bar at a casino is gonna like hold on to a bottle of whiskey that long.
We call it Norway sweetened because it contained an ingredient found in antifreeze. The liquor in the was not recalled in the U.S.
Probably because it's legal to put that shit in alcohol in the U.S.
Yeah, so I
probably.
think it's just the ingredient is not okay in other countries, but it is okay in the U.S. But yeah, it's
So
still
who
a
knows what
wild
I
thing to have come up.
Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. Right, Suin? Right, Suin.
Just write our one viewer
Yeah.
on twitch.tv/.
They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to
You
me.
know, it's a wild thing that the cameras in this area could just be turned off, right?
Yeah.
Like, they might not have been on his whole time. He could have been speaking to an empty lens like an idiot.
Despair can
You
never
know,
kill hope.
You know, the camera's only on when
Despair
that
can
red
never
light at the
kill
top.
hope.
Just because the smut
Do you know what
Kill-
can
the-
kill hope, though? A
A
9mm.
fucking gun. No, you need to get 45 ACP. That kills
Not
the skull.
10mm. Fuck you.
Fucking what?
10mm.
I've never heard of 10 mil ammunition.
No, yeah, it exists. Not very common.
Jaiko, how
Bears.
common's 10 mil?
Fun fact, it's used to hunt bears.
What?
10 mil's not very common.
It's very uncommon.
Why is it used to hunt bears?
Probably because it's huge, assumably.
It's 1
It's a
millimeter larger than
millimeter
9.
larger than 9 mil.
Armor piercing.
It's, oh yes, that 1
I
millimeter
think
is
it's
just do so
general
much.
density of the round. And I don't think it's
That's
directly used to hunt bears, but it's
assumption.
used as a gun up in like Alaska, or a caliber up in Alaska to, you know, if a bear is coming at you,
The one
You
place
have a
where that's a
gun.
valid excuse.
yes.
Yeah.
I thought
There's a
people
bear
wanted to run
gun.
into a bear in the woods.
Yeah.
You see, bud, if there's a bear coming.
Depends on the bear there, but some bears are gonna eat your cock first, some bears are gonna go for the head.
You've said the same thing twice.
Nah, bud.
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong.
Shut the fuck up, no name.
No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. And because I understand the world as via a matter of pride, I believe that your pride is worth this.
You know, I could just
Grr.
shoot the both of you right fucking now and not give a shit.
But
Yeah,
your
grr,
All
grr.
my
pride...
problems.
Here you go, no
I don't
name.
give a shit about pride, I give a shit about winning.
How would no one
So,
care about their own pride?
it's slight.
Father?
What the fuck?
The joke is that she personally
No, I
thinks
got the
her-
joke.
Okay.
There's a reason they put on
Oh.
Monokuma's voice for that.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, so there you go, no name. It's slightly smaller than 45, but as you can notice, the brass on it is much higher, which means it is more powder.
Okay.
Often
Also,
it means more powder.
flathead.
Yes.
If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice.
Who fucks
You think I
anything
give a
about
shit
fair?
being fair and none of this is fair.
The world runs on pride and fairness. That is what I learned
Welcome
in my,
to a death game, bitch.
That is what I learned in my secluded family in the mountains, where we only do detective puzzles.
God, no, the fucking idea of the mastermind, like, Monokuma shuts down, the mastermind just walks out with a fucking Glock and just like, I don't give a shit.
Fucking bitch, get down on your fucking knees.
Fucking bitch, shut up.
Yeah. Like, get on your fucking knees right now, bitch.
Hey,
No one gives a shit about pride.
Yeah.
Also, I found the relative article. The main reason people were using 10 mil is because BFRs, or big frame revolvers, have either too much recoil or generally uncontrollable and like just enough to where, yeah, you can land a shot, but then your barrel is up.
I guess that's fair.
So 10 mil has a bit more power without having the inconsistency of the barrel going up.
Not as much kickback.
So, this is Monokuma, never mind.
Yes, it's me. What do you think? Were you gonna say, so what's
I was
my
gonna
advice?
say the entire thing in Kyoko's voice. I was gonna say, so, what is this advice of yours? Is what I was gonna say.
My advice is a button. So what's this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. God.
No.
I don't want Kyoko. Can't we just say water under the bridge and do another round of a normal murder?
Suffer.
You see, we've reached the statute of limitations on that one.
The fucking... the actual fucking despair in your voice when you're like, God.
I don't wanna.
Only this time, you follow the school's regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
I mean, at least it will be voice
one
acted.
final
Hey.
battle between
That's funny,
hope and
Kyoko.
despair.
You lost the last one, so that means punishment time!
Oh, yes,
Well,
one last battle between hope and despair, game 1 of like 4.
Yeah. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
I'm dripping already.
A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words,
Doesn't need other words.
this would mean our chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge?
None shoots.
None.
Because
Not
it
at
would
all.
be the best TV finale of all time.
They
You
won't
know
sign
what
us
else would
off
be
for
a
second
good
season.
finale? Shooting you.
They'll probably just execute me without another word. Bang!
Yeah.
I was gonna say, John, I know something that would be even more like hope crushing is to just kill the people who are like, we have hope to defeat you. That's great. You wanna know something funny? Bang, bang. Wow, would you look at that? Crushed in an instant. Too bad. Too bad the one piloting this mecha is bipolar. Interesting.
Barrett!
Believe it.
50 cal?
Sorry, I just imagined him whipping around with the anti-material rifle. Barrett! Insert Helldiver's anti-material rifle magnum.
Wow, 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 wow.
Barrett.
Very interesting.
Oh, yeah, I pressed it without thinking. Okay, there you go. Okay,
No,
Very
interesting.
interesting indeed. Yeah, I can't believe it.
Barry?
It was me.
What's wrong?
God damn it.
Oh, I was getting so bored, I decided to change things up a little. So it's time for better jokes.
I kind of wish he had done that from the beginning.
It would have been very Grizzly Zenon if he did it from the beginning.
Yeah, but I enjoy a grizzly bear joke from time to time.
It might have been a little polarizing.
The more polarizing, the better.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't like this line.
Well, I'll read it in a second. I have to type the thing that just passed my brain.
Oh no. Oh no. Why is it coming directly to me? Oh. Oh. Definitely polarizing.
I think I'd get shot. That would just be polarizing. What do you suggest? What? Well, now I gotta get back to the not laughing. Now, what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Tricky.
Sticky finger.
That's what this chair is I'm controlling.
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
I'm gonna stand up and it's gonna sound like I'm a piece of fucking Velcro.
Gonna sound like Velcro.
I did a noise, but I have noise suppression on, so it
It
didn't.
just sounded like
Yeah.
like a hard breath or whatever.
Something you
Yeah.
suck teeth or something.
Yeah. Anyway, if we do things their way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? The viewers are already convinced. And it would cause you unbearable despair, right?
You know what else would cause
I'm
unbearable
horny for the word
despair?
despair.
You joke.
Then, shut up. Then I am a pure.
This was a stretch.
Prepared to agree to your turn.
Fuck you.
It took me a second to understand what the fuck I was looking at. Oh my god. Will you hope? Will you hope? Will your
Will
hope
you-
win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final Gwizzly showdown. Potato. Within 15 years of health mode.
He agreed.
Can I take a potato?
Also, hi cat.
Then
How about-
we still have a shot at this.
Bear it!
God!
There it burns.
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? I have been edging this the whole time! Just guess if the killer is badly up in again!
You guys!
For this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all of the mysteries that have been buried here!
All the mysteries?
All of them. Did you not fucking hear me?
Like what's in my belly button?
Lint.
Nope!
Gun.
I guess, yeah,
It's a-
never mind. It's a trick question. It's an outie belly button.
It's not a
You
belly
got it.
button! Well, I was whipped around
It's
by my
nothing.
umbilical cord at birth. That's...
The emergency tango.
No! That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school, if you can do that.
I can barely contain
Then that will
myself!
be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's
not
true.
Alright, buddy.
I guess that's technically a bear.
technically not a bear, actually, but
Is it?
yeah, they're not bears, I don't think.
They're called
No
bears.
marsupials.
Good,
In the
that's
same
why we
way that a
call them
lot of things called bears aren't bears.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's what we've been trying to do all along. We, as a collective, and not just me by myself, in my own head.
Okay, well, good.
Okay, no, I was right. Koalas are marsupials.
Then let's
I-
bear it all.
I had to make sure the random thing I was saying was right.
If you can claw your way to the truth of Marakaro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you lose. But if you can't do all that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my incitement.
What?
When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. I certainly am.
Possible.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
Hey, it's not in this game.
What?
What?
What? I didn't even hear what you said.
I heard it's not in this game, but not fully. That's but like the in this game I heard for sure, but the like first word was a little hard.
I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement.
Like, do you not feel like memory problems? You've only been here for like a week.
Yes.
Damn. Oh yeah, I took those. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makararu is no exception to that.
Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro.
It is a polarizing approach. I've already used that joke, Monokuma, you bitch. I know, but okay. Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm not telling you shit. I am sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
No.
Yeah, why the fuck do you think I would tell you otherwise? That would make this no fun.
Why'd you get all quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really
Yeah, I'm done
angry.
talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost. Fuck off. Get out of here.
Why so mad?
Why do you think?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
You're emotionally a bitch.
Yes.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. I just.
Maybe you'll look at dead bodies or something.
You're really just gonna let me go?
Do you want to be shot? I can bear it. I don't even care anymore. You're all going to get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready for us. Getting ready. Ooh, Flora. There's no Flora. There's a period there. I need to start getting ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Kodo, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away.
I'm
And just-
flamboyant.
And just like that, we were out of the gym.
And into gym. Well, so technically you're still in the gym.
No.
I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life. We still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt.
No, she almost got you fucking killed.
Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have now, right now, is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
because
It's all because of the one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said.
So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
It wasn't, or I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they hijacked the airways to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen,
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
I mean, the idea was of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other.
They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, no one would have killed anybody.
No, they would have.
in other words,
So the Mastermind's
Ah.
ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world.
But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept.
You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope and for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair.
What? They wanted to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. All you need for hope is pride, and pride is everywhere, so of course they wouldn't fall into despair. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And not pride like a rational individual.
But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it makes you for someone to not believe in pride, and yet... that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness.
What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
That looks terrifying.
That's meant to,
But you like being penetrated.
It's meant to be a reminder that she even existed, I think, at this point. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. I have like a timeline disparity problem. Why is it that like in the timeline where Kyoko is like executed, that alter ego doesn't save her, and these events happen practically the same way, except Kyoko already had
Because
the key
she's
on her.
not the ultimate lucky student.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that is the
It's
also-
reason.
Plot convenience.
It also could just be that Alter Ego was able to see what was happening and assumed that Kyoko actually was the killer.
Maybe. Who knows? But it's just a matter of... like, she had the key on her, she could have gotten out of the thing.
Also, it's probably because if Kyoko survived, Monokuma would have still just killed her.
Maybe. Like, made sure to finish the job instead of letting her starve to death.
Or if she came back up, they would have just been, nope, you're supposed to be punished. Fuck you.
Yeah. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations.
Or again, they could have just automatically turned off the cameras in that area.
Yeah.
No one could have known that you were doing all that.
But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
However,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out.
It's not that hard.
I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a sign of relief.
To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on.
True, but now we know who our real enemy is.
No.
All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind.
Work together with everyone.
however,
Is
Haven't
that
you
really
always known
possible?
the Mastermind was your true end?
Yeah, that's why I said yeah, sure, whatever.
Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now, we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go?
They're probably in their rooms.
Though that's about midnight. Do we want to try to get to, like, further or just call it there? Because that's, like, the start of a new, like, little plot thread.
Up to you. I am currently awake.
Well, because unlike me and Psycho Man, you guys had to just constantly monologue.
Yeah,
I
we
can
were
take-
speaking the whole time.
I could take over Makoto if you want, Psycho, so you're not talking as much.
Or it's fine,
And
I
you
think
can
we're
take
calling it
Miyaki.
here for the night anyway, because it's about midnight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome
you
to the
guys-
last
you guys-
5 characters and giving the 2 primary ending characters the main thing.
And you guys are gonna, like, start to fade soon anyway, so this is a good little, like, pause point.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Also, the fucking restrictions,
Like the school regulations.
the regulations. They didn't fucking incentivize killing at all. They're like, hey,
No.
if you kill someone, you can get out. That's cool. Who the fuck cares?
Because the incentivization for the killings is like the motivations that was given and nothing else. They're not put on a strict time limit for anything. They're just that, hey, if you kill someone, you can get to leave, and here's a reason you might want to leave.
Yeah, here's some motivations that are so easily negated.
They have, like,
Or
12
you could
rules.
be me lying out my ass.
They should have done, would have been an interesting twist, is if they had each student wrote one rule, would have been an interesting, like, way to have gone about it. It would have added,
That'd
like,
be
an extra
neat,
bit of
but also...
intrigue.
That'd be neat.
It's like, first motive was the VCR tapes, yeah?
Yeah.
I
Could have been
believe
sorted
so,
by
and that
Makoto
was-
not being an idiot.
Yeah, and
It
then
could have been sorted
they
by
would've been
people just
okay.
talking to each other and going, hey, let's be honest, these could be fully fucking doctored,
Mhm.
and even if they aren't, our families and or loved ones have probably already been fucking murdered by this
Yeah.
psychopath.
Yeah, but it ended-
Also, Makoto did the stupidest thing of watching his first end alone and then just pointing at the box.
But that's it for tonight. I've been Xenon Lemon. Tomorrow, no stream. Wednesday, we'll be back with something, maybe. And then, Friday is D&D. That's what's coming up. Thanks so much for watching. Nighty-night. Sleep tight. Don't get bit tonight. See you all next time.